Y'all have heard me talk a lot about retrieving your energy, the mechanics of energy harvesting, destiny swapping, all these kinds of ways that you might be having your potential lowered in the false matrix simulation because of beings who might be building different systems, institutions off of your life force. So when you first start realizing that you're getting energy harvested off of, it starts really simply like you start looking around at some of your closer relationships and start seeing the ways that you may have been being harvested off of people that you love, that you trusted, all that sort of stuff. It can make you really angry. It can make you really upset. Once you retrieve your energy and cut those cords of attachment, either refine that relationship or move on from that relationship, don't get caught up in resentment. Don't get caught up in a lot of like hardening of your heart, because there's a larger thing that you're going to need to alchemize. You got to start thinking larger. You got to start thinking globally. You also have to start thinking multidimensionally. Why are these people in your reality harvesting your energy? A lot of times they're being used. They're pawns. They are serving as something called NPCs or non playing characters. They don't even know that they are harvesting your energy a lot of times. They're just following their script, they're just following their role. They're plugged into the false matrix simulation. They don't know any better unless they decide to wake up and go on their own activation journey. But that's not something you can force out of them. So don't be upset with them for basically doing a lot of times what they've just been programmed to do. Now that you're deprogramming yourself, it's just time to retrieve your energy and move on. What are you moving on to? You're moving on to retrieving your energy from larger systems, larger institutions. Well, who created these larger systems and institutions? Some people would say, by the way, this is just for entertainment purposes only. I'm only an entertainer, y'all. Don't take what I say seriously. There's nothing serious about what I'm saying. So, anyways, there are these 13 bloodlines, families that people talk about that basically run the world. There's actually more than 13. But you want to start tracking names of these bloodlines, and you want to start seeing what your connection is to them. Just because you don't know them personally doesn't mean you're not connected to them, doesn't mean you don't have certain soul contracts, certain vows, oaths, and agreements in your field connected with these families. The thing to know about these elite, put that in quotation marks, because anybody who needs to harvest energy off of others to feel powerful are not elite and are not powerful. Even having to build a hierarchy in order to feel good about yourself shows the lack of power that they truly possess. One thing is, notice the people in your reality that are really invested in hierarchies. Those are the people you got to watch out for, because a lot of times they are in cahoots with these larger bloodlines, all right? But what you want to do is to go on a little research journey. Get off of Google. Google will only take you so far. A lot of times it's these bloodlines that have created different laws, created different legislation, benefited off of different laws and legislation that have left you disempowered and impoverished many times, not just materially, but spiritually, has kept them bolstered up as being the winners in this simulation or game that we're playing, this game of life. If you want to start winning, you got to find out where you consented to giving your energy away. And it's a lot more than just your close family groups. You got to start thinking larger. So the thing that you want to do is you want to start with yourself. What are the ways that you've consented to giving your power away? Then you want to start with your smaller community around you. How have you consented to giving your power away within the communities that you surround yourself within every day? Then you want to start thinking larger, media, government, that sort of thing. Once again, just for entertainment purposes only. I'm just an entertainer. Don't take what I say seriously. Now, if you're interested in learning more about the process of retrieving your energy, I'm going to give you a couple tips outside of getting off of Google and widening your search. Maybe taking a little social media detox from time to time to do that. Then what you also want to do is check out my Patreon. I have a genetic path cutter tier on Patreon that is getting at some of these energies, how to alchemize some of these energies. You can also check out my genetic path cutter divination system to learn more about your connection to these different groups of people, how to retrieve your energy. And last but not least, you can check out my Destiny Reversal Toolkit. All right, but just remember that energy can neither be created nor destroyed, but it does need to be retrieved. The more energy you retrieve, the more power you have in the false matrix simulation. You use that power not to oppress others. You use that power not to lord over others and create hierarchies, like these assholes have done. What you do with this power is you power up your dreams, you power up your creativity, you power up your joy. That's how you win in this false matrix simulation.